Welcome you to the Max K Talk Show this afternoon, Tuesday, the 12th of the 11th month, 2019, 12th of November. Indeed, here in the United Kingdom, just about 30 minutes, 31 minutes past the hour of 4 o'clock. It's a great pleasure to be in your midst this afternoon once again, or this morning. Whatever time it is to you, once say welcome to the Max K Talk Show. To sincerely apologize. Up to now, our video has not returned for video call. So my guests will only be coming in their phone call. So today we'll be be playing host to one of Liberia's funniest gospel musicians and songwriters as well. Minister Bernice Blackie. She's doing so great for Liberia. Yes, Minister Bernice Blackie will be here. Gospel musician, great one too. I'll be talking about her music career, about her music, and a lot more. So welcome to the program, the Max K Talk Show. Shortly, we'll be connecting with our studio guests. So take the team for the Max K Talk Show for now, okay? And sit back and enjoy. I think we got our studio guest now. We'll soon join you. Just hold on, our studio guest is already here. So just take a little bit of this music and we'll go straight to our studio guest. Minister Bernice Blackie. She's already in studio with us. All right, let's say good afternoon to you, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the program, the Max K Talk Show. Indeed, this afternoon, this evening, or this morning, depending your time from where you are watching the program live. I want to say welcome to the Max K Talk Show, and again, we're playing host to one of our daughter, our mother, gospel musician, songwriter, of course, and her name will be coming up shortly. So we're gonna go straight to our studio guest. For those of you that are watching, if you we appreciate if we can share the video as well and invite other people to join us. Let me see. I'm gonna hold you a little bit, Bernice. Let me see whether I can share this video a little bit just before we can start the show. It's a pleasure, pleasure having you on today. Let me just quickly do this just before time. All right, Bernice, how are you? Welcome to the show. Bernice, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, good to hear from you. Wonderful, good to hear from you as well. Thanks for accepting our invitation to come and talk to us, not only us here in the studio, but to share some wonderful work and stories about you and your work to a cross section of Liberian people and beyond Liberians as well, because this platform embrace a lot of people from different backgrounds. So, Bernice, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to go, for some of us are going to be hearing you for the first time. I think this will give us an ample time to get to know you. Perhaps some of us been playing your songs as well, but unfortunately we haven't heard you in any interview or for you to share any story with us. But this is a big opportunity for us today. So we are so much very pleased having you on today. How are you today, and how is everything?
Everything is fine on my end. God's been faithful and I can't complain. All I can just do is just give God the glory for what he has done and what he's about to do.
All right, let me give you the chance, just for the benefit of all of the people that are watching you right now, who for the first time hearing your voice, not through music but live, to just tell us a little bit about Bernice Blackie.
Bernice Blackie is a contemporary gospel, contemporary Liberian gospel artist. Started my music when I was 8 years, so I started singing, and then I got involved into music actively when I was at the age 12. I joined a Caribbean choir, and then up to age 18, I went Ghana, and I participated in a show called TV3 Mentor. It's where I really got mature into the music business, and it was from that show that I really got exposed into music. And so I came back from Ghana. It's 2008. I participated in a singing competition called Sing Unto God. They had it at Winners Chapel, and we have 15 contestants that were representing 15 counties in Liberia, and I became the winner. I represented Bon County. So from there, I started my music career at the Happy Records, where I met Ephesians Maka, and he's been my producer / manager up to now. Since then, I put out songs like "You Not Do It Again," "Father's Love," "I Feel Your Pain." Some songs that I can't remember because it's been a long time. But yes, it was from there I actually started my music. My music cut across to both young and old people, but my main concern is basically on the youth. That's why you will hear me sometimes do worship, sometimes I'll do a hip hop music, sometimes I will do jazz, I'll do Afro pop, but I'm more specific with the young people. So that's just all about Bernice Blackie.
All right, Bernice, thank you so much. Once again, let me just let you know that yes, all of my guests in the past, they come via the video live, but unfortunately, for 2-3 weeks now, Facebook, I have no idea what is going on. My video account for people to call in to be live, or for me to take my guests live, isn't operating, and I'm still taking it up with Facebook. They haven't responded to me, so that's why you will want to see me, and my guest will be on line 2, which is the phone number. So that's it. Thank you for asking, but that's the situation. Bernice, okay, let's establish a little bit that people get to know you a bit more. The music as a whole, gospel music for the matter where you are now. If you tell you a little bit how you started and where you started, but in terms of discovering yourself or somebody discovering you to say, well, you're really good or whatever. When did that happen, and how did it happen to get to know that you have a gift?
I would say to God be the glory, but it actually happened. My dad was the one who actually discovered this voice. I was singing one time. I used to live on Ashmore Street in Liberia. I was 8 years old, and my dad was the one who heard me singing. At that time, I was so crazy about Celine Dion and Whitney Houston and Mariah. Those are the people I really used to listen to. And so I can remember I was like actually doing something behind the house, and then my daddy just like, you need to join the choir because you have a voice. And I'm like, Daddy, I beg you, man, like, I don't think I can. So he kind of forgot about it. So when I joined the senior choir, it automatically just came out. So there's this director, Brother Ruben. He lived in Iowa right now. And he lived in Utah right now. He was the one who actually helped me after my daddy discovered that, and he pushed me to join the senior choir. So I would say it was from my dad. My father really was, he was instrumental when it comes to me discovering myself. My father helped me a lot. Now,
coming to maybe in the church itself, after you got to that point where you say, oh well, I think my dad is pushing me over, and my dad is giving me a kind of a pop in the back to say, yes, I can. I'm a singer and I can sing also. How was it when you joined the choir? Was it everybody accepting, and was it everybody supporting? How was it?
No, it was hard. It was so hard. First of all, I'm so short and I'm tiny, and I'm like, who is this little girl? Where is she coming from? It was what's this? Bola Cooper. Bola Cooper was the director for Car Baptist Church back then. He was the one. He used to defend me. And let me tell you the funny part. When I first started singing, I would take the microphone and I would spoil the song. And everybody would be like, this little girl can sing. Why you can send her to the children's choir? Why you want to send her to why is she in the senior choir? Trust me, it was tough. Everybody was on my back, telling me how to sing. But by the grace of God, with the pieces of advice that I got from everyone, that's what really made me Bernice Blackie today. God first. That's what made me who I am today, because of the criticism, the harshness, whatever I went through. I can say I went through the fire in that church, brought me up. But it wasn't easy, to answer your question. It wasn't easy at all.
All right, what we'll do for the benefit of those that listening to Minister Bernice Blackie is that we will go back a little bit in her album, and then we're going to be picking some songs from in it, and we're going to showcase her latest video and song. The video just been done as well, beautiful one, really nice to listen to and to watch as well. We will also showcase that for you, but first of all, we're going to go from probably some songs back then, the motivation, the story behind those songs, and seeing if Bernice can tell us a little bit, and then we play it for a few seconds or so, and from there we'll just be between asking her to tell us more about her story, her career, and knowing more about her music. So, Bernice, without much ado, let me take you back a little bit. There's a track I normally play on my gospel music show, which is it started level to level. That's I think that came out somewhere mid of 2017, and it actually it went well, as well. Especially back home in Liberia, because radio stations, and when I used to go back home during Christmas, I would hear it playing, especially Sunday mornings and afternoon. What is the story behind this particular track, Level to Level?
Level to Level, I would say it was like a prophetic. I was prophesying on myself. Like I have experienced so many things in life, and I said to myself, you know what? This time around, I'm not going to look at the things that I've experienced in life. I'm going to tell myself that despite of whatever I went through, this is where God is taking me. What are the devil likes it or not? So I was just a level to level. It was a prophetic. I was just prophesying on myself, because the Bible says, as you think it, so it's he. You have to, if you declare on your life, whatever you say out of your mouth, because the power of life and death lies on your tongue. So whatever you prophesy, it comes to pass. And I'm one of those artists, people don't know, but I declare over my life a lot, and that of my child. And so level to level, I was also speaking over the lives of people. Because when I sing, I minister to myself first, God, I minister to myself, and then I minister to people. But that song was all about prophesying, declaring over my life and lives of people that are going to listen to the song.
So based on what you...
He's taking you higher. From level to level, yeah, God is taking you higher. No matter what it is, no matter where you are, God is taking you to the next level. But you have to believe it. And so I would just say basically it was a prophetic. I was just prophesying over my life and that of everyone that was attached to the music.
So based on your own personal, what you went through, like you said, before making this music, after you made it, did you also use it as a kind of a therapy, counseling for yourself and others?
Yeah, every music that I produce is like a therapy. What kind of guy you are, it helped me look back to the things that God has saved me from, has rescued me from. So level to level is the same thing. It's like a therapy for me too. Like every music that I produce is a therapy, and because when I say it, it manifests, and when it manifests, it pushes me more towards God. It makes me believe more that there is a God. So yes, indeed, the music that I produce is a therapy by itself. Any music is a therapy. Any good music is a therapy.
All right, we're just going to listen to this track, Level to Level, for a couple of seconds, and then we'll get back to Bernice. Like I said, I promised you, we'll be moving in, reminding us and her herself as well, where she have come in terms of releasing music for us as well. But let's get a gist of this one, Level to Level.
To rise above our fears and faith every storm. It doesn't matter what comes my way, I know it's just for a while. Higher I go, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting greater. 'Cause Christ lives inside of me, I feel the power of the Holy Ghost. Yeah, your love with
All right, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one there. Level to level by Mr. Bernice Blackie. She also we'll talk about that later, but let me just let me go back to her so we can get to know more about Bernice. In terms of you know when you start something like whether it's music, whether it's acting, also there are a lot of challenges that people do come across, whether it will be in your own community, the school, or the church. Also, I know you talk a little bit about it, but did you at any point in time reach the point where you were so much criticized to the extent that maybe you wanted to give up, and how did you manage to overcome negative criticisms?
Yes, it's true. Like I said, I have a story, and I think everybody saw it on Facebook, how I was prosecuted because I had my daughter. But what really pushed me was, I would say, God, because yes, I did give up. I'm like, God, I don't think I'm worthy to sing anymore. I just thought I lost myself. And he like, you are just getting started. Because I communicate with God a lot, and you're like, I knew you were going to make this mistake even before it happened. So you got to get up. I think you noticed I also had a talk show. I mean, I was like, it shut me down, whatever I was experiencing. But one of the things that motivated me was, I would say two, my child. When I see her, she motivated me. And I'm like, if I give up now, what kind of example am I showing to my child to just give up if something happened? Even Jesus was persecuted, but he didn't stop being the God Jesus he was. He didn't stop blessing people. He didn't stop healing people, despite the fact that he was persecuted. So me being persecuted, it was just putting me into to being a better person. So I'm like, I'm not going to take this negativity. I'm not going to allow this negativity get into my head. I have to get back up. And then when I also look back to how many years I've, invested into this music, I'm like, I can't give up. I have to, like my brother Dick Curtis always say, I'm waiting for the manifestation. I have to manifest. And how can I manifest? I need to pass through the storm. God didn't say serving him is going to be easy, but he also said he's going to be there on time. He's going to make a way for you to get out of it. And so I thought about all these things. I'm like, no, in Christ Jesus, I'm an overcomer, so I'm going to overcome this. So yes, the negativity, the persecution, it came from left, right, I was all over the internet. But at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I have a purpose. And yes, though I made a mistake, but no, my daughter is not a mistake. Whatever the act was a mistake, but my daughter was not a mistake. And though it happened, but still, I'm still going to worship God because he loved me just the way I am. So yes, there were negative things that came my way, but I put myself back together by the grace of God, and my daughter was the main source of encouragement for me to get back to being who I was.
But Bernice, if I take you back, maybe at the early days when you were actually starting, when Daddy told you that you had a gift, you had a voice, and this voice can be utilized for you to enjoy it, for you to also administer to people, and then you started, you became a chorister as well and contributing in your church. At that point, I really want to know when you started and God started blessing you and you started administering through songs also. Little girl coming up, great voice, and really putting the songs together very, very well. I'm talking about that period before you even started maybe on the big scene wherein you go in the studio and do recording. I mean, those critics are saying, because for somebody who's listening now, maybe their daughter, their son thinking about getting into something that they will be in the eyes of the public. But the criticism nowadays, sometimes the children, by the time they go out there, they they receive words or so, they back down. I want you to just share that with us, how you deal with it, so that at least the parents that are listening now, or some of the children that are now listening, together with their parents, they can get an encouragement from you. How did you deal with it? Did you actually encounter something like that? Somebody come in, oh, you girl, you small girl, you whatsoever, why you go with music or so? How was it?
Yeah, let me just tell you what really happened one time on Broad Street. When I started music, somebody looked me in the face and said, "This your kind of music." You know how Liberian people can talk. Some of them, the kind of music you producing, you're not going nowhere. For you to do Bama, you go do series, you won't go anywhere. So trust me, I've been through a lot. But one thing that kept me going, to God be the glory, I kept my courage and I believe in myself. I believe in the scripture that always been carrying me through and up to now, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I had at the back of my mind that yes, there's gonna be persecution, because the enemy will not come physically to stop you from pursuing your dream. He's gonna pass through somebody to distract you. It may be your own parents. But at the end of the day, I said, no, I'm not gonna let this stop me from pursuing my dream. I encouraged myself in the Lord, because I got baptized when I was 12 years old. So I got into Christianity at the early stage. But through it all, to whatever I was going through at that early stage, I knew there was something inside of me that needed to come out. So I said, I'm not going to let this stop me. I encouraged myself. I was prayerful. At least I used to fast once in a while. Yes, I was not really strong like now, like fasting. But at least I used to fast, because my daddy, he taught me how to fast too. So yes, though they were laughing at me, sometimes I used to go off key. I would sit down and cry. Let me not lie to you. I used to cry many days. I'm like, but what is this? I can sing. I mean, they will laugh at me when I go to a concert to sing. I'm going off key. But guess what? I was persistent. You have to be persistent in this thing, as music or entertainment as a whole. Whatever you're doing in life, you have to be persistent. So as smart as I was, first of all, I forgot first. I encouraged myself. I believe in myself. I used the scripture that said I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And I was persistent up to now. And that's the same spirit that goes with me from 8 years to now. It still goes with me. So yeah, that's how I overcame all of the things that I was experiencing at my young stage.
All right, once again, her name is Minister Bernice Blackie. She's a single songwriter as well. She's into gospel music. She's a guest on the Max K Talk Show today, and it's so wonderful to have her on. Been listening to her songs and things, but it's always a pleasure to interact one-on-one. But Bernice, let me take you back a little bit again. Like I said, I want really to go into your music cover in your archives and bring some of those songs out and remind us a little bit about them. There's one track which I also very love very much. You Changed My Story. It made a headway as well in 2016, and I used to play quite a lot on my radio show as well. What is the story behind this music, the track You Changed My Story, before I play it for our people?
So, I will still go back again to where I was. I'm not going to really be able to tell you my past. But I will say this, and I'm sure you understand. I'm sure the devil knew what God has deposited inside of me. So, from my early stage to now, I've gone through a lot of battles that God saved me from. Be it sickness, I was ill. Some people don't know that story, but I was sick for I think 3 or 4 years, and people in Liberia didn't understand what was happening to me. I used to fall off. I don't know what it was, African sound or something, but I was really sick. Though I was still singing, but I was very sick. I went in Ghana. I spent 3 years. So, based on what I went through, and like I said, maybe one of these days I will have the chance to really explain my actual story. How God changed my story, how He transformed my life. I never thought one day I was ever going to even be here sitting and talking to you, because what I experienced, even my own family, some of them give up. They're like, they never even thought I was going to reach at this stage. But God changed my story, because when God destined you for something, no matter what it is, you just have to go through. He allow you to go through the ups and downs before He reach you to certain peak. But in the midst of that, He still changed my story. So change my story came from my experience in life. Like every song that I ever produced come from a part of my story. And like I just told you about level to level. Okay, this is where I was, but this is where I want to go. But in order for me to go there, I have to declare over my life. I have to say, so I have to speak it. So level to level came about. You changed my story. I was sick. I had a lot of things going on with me, but yet and still, you healed me and you took me to the next level. You changed my story. So everything that I ever produced is from my inner self, from the inside of me. I don't know if you really get what I'm saying yet.
Yes, indeed. Wow.
I've ever written, it's from within, from my story, from a friction of this. It's a big story, but I just take a bit and piece of whatever I've experienced in life, and I'm like, what kind of guy you are? You changed my story, and then you took me to another level. You turned my life around, even when I thought that it was over. But you've been God. And that's the God that we serve. He never changed. He never lied. He never let us down. So, I mean, like, So basically, like I said, I don't want to go in.
Wow.
Take over the interview.
All right, no, that's why we're having you here today. It's a pleasure, like I said. But indeed, we'll be very, very pleased. In the very near future, that we can have an exclusive interview with you, and then we can hear more from you. But this is her, Minister Bernice Blackie, our own, of course, singing and writing and singing and flying the flag of Liberia, where she's based right now in the USA. This track is titled "You Changed My Story." Beautiful one there. You changed my story. Yeah, these are songs that when you're listening to it, whether you are on a flight, you're driving, going to work, or coming from work, or you're going in the hospital to visit somebody who is there, you always get that encouragement to say, well, all is not over. And wow, you know what? To be honest with you, when this song came out in 2016, I was with Radio LIB and running the gospel music exclusively for Liberia. I say all Liberian gospel musicians, and I came across this song here. It will put me to bed, and sometimes it, because myself, I have a great attachment to this song. Changed my story. It is. Yeah, but welcome back. We here with our own daughter, our own mother, our own singer-songwriter, Minister Bernice Blackie, this afternoon. Bernice, I come back to you let's talk more about the career as well. Now you're based in the USA, and you stay doing great, and perhaps you still want to do more. But if I take you maybe 10 years back, and then where we are right now, how is it? Are you satisfied to where you are and comfortable, or you thirsty for more?
I'm thirsting for more because I'm thirsty for God. Like I said, there's a place that God wants to take me, or God is taking me. But I have to be persistent. I have to be in His presence. I have to be focused, regardless. So I am happy for where He took me from and where I am. But I'm like, no, God, there's a place that you are taking me. I have to reach there, and I know when I reach there, I will know that this is it. Remember, I said previously, as a man thinketh, so is he. I believe. And where that drive comes from, when I look at myself, to God be the glory, I compare myself to those musicians that are out there, Sonny Badu, Sinaj, and all those great artists. I always tell myself, God, I want to be one of those musicians who will raise the flag of Liberia high, not only in my country, but there, to the higher heights, wherever they are. God, I want to go there, because I don't only want to glorify your name. I don't only want to worship you or be your servant, but I want us to represent. I want Liberians to be proud of the country, because Liberia has great talent. I'm just one of them. But somebody needs to break through. It's like something is holding, and I will say this without any remote, like this, it's like something is holding the industry. And somebody needs to break through. You'll see that everybody has talent, superstar, be it secular or gospel. We're all over the place. But have you really heard Liberian music going beyond Liberia like that far, like mega, like the way other African countries, are, like the way they're going? No. It's like something is like holding us. So I've discovered that, and I told God, I said, I refuse to be limited. So yes, I'm thirsty for more. I want to be one of those artists that would be like, yes, because of God upon her life, she took Liberia there, so that people can ask, where are you coming from? From Liberia. People will, because of me, I want people to locate Liberia and find talent. So yes, somebody has to do it. And who you have to make yourself available. So I'm like, Lord, here I am. I'm thirsty for more. I'm thirsty for change. I'm thirsty to make a mark, especially for the young people also. So yes, to answer your question, I am thirsty for more. I'm happy to where I am, but I'm not satisfied, because I know there's more to where I am. There's bigger things ahead of me. And so in order for me to do that, I just need to be with God. I have to work with Him and be persistent with my craft. So yeah, I am thirsty for more.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That's Bernice Blackie. She's here on the Max K Talk Show. We're going to go into another track. Another one. We're taking her back and taking also some of what I heard this song as well. We're going back a little bit. But we just want to, maybe you've been playing this song, but the good thing about music is that, because you have, especially gospel music, because you have this kind of a distinct message behind it, it's always good to hear from the person who actually wrote the song, the person who sang it. It's always good to actually know why they wrote that song, why they sang it, where they got their motivation from. So you can get that connection, that link, even if the music was played or was produced maybe 20 years ago, and you haven't heard any story behind it. When you hear it after 20 years, you get this connection straight away. But let me take you back to this one. The title code is Higher. Let's get to know before I play a little just of it as well. The title code is Higher, and the motivation behind it is what I want to know. The story behind this. I guess you yourself wrote this one as well. Where did it come from?
You're taking my mind way back.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, so we can know you good.
Those days, I was trying to just be different. That was when I was so focused into being more of a hip hop artist. So I would say it was just a young girl writing a song. God is taking you higher. Maybe that was my own way of preaching to people, because it's been years.
Yeah.
I can't remember that song. But yes, I did write this song, and so yes, that song came from just me saying, you know what? I remember when I first started singing, I'd be like, I don't want to be like everybody. I want to be Bernice. So when I write songs to make a difference. So I would just say that song, I was just writing that song based on the way I wanted to present myself to the public. Because I'm like, I want to make a change in gospel music, especially in Liberia. I want to, make a change. So in order for me to make a change, I have to be different. So Higher, Crucifixion, I Feel Your Pain, Father's Love, all those songs came from me just wanting to make a difference in the industry. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wow.
Unlike now, it's more about my story from where I was and where I am. I'm more mature, and my thinking is bigger and everything. So I just started. Everybody has like. And funny story. I went in the studio. Precious Michael was on the instrumental. He was playing the beat, and I'm that kind of singer. When you play the instrumental beside me, and I listen to it one or two times, I will be able to write a song from there. Even if I won't write a whole song, I would create something right away. That's just me. I write most of my music when I listen to instrumental. Then I connect with it faster.
Wow. So
Michael was just like playing, he's taking me higher, he's taking me higher. That was the first, it just came to my mind. You're playing like the beat in the studio, and I was just going on with it. I know sometimes people try to pull you down. That's how it came about.
Bernice Blackie, you got a voice, man. To be honest, yeah. Let me not say, this song is not, it's not that way back. 2013, it's just about 6 years. So in fact, the anniversary month is next month, actually, December 16. That it was actually put outside there to the world on for the world to see it anywhere and play it. So the anniversary is next month. When they were put up, maybe the music came out a couple of months before them, but it stay fresh. These songs you write, the way you sing them. I mean, anybody playing them, that is, even if it's 20 years old, they just get that connection that the music was made this morning. Honestly, that'd be frank.
Let's go for that.
All right, let's hear the song Higher from our guest Bernice Blackie.
All right, 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 all right. you're alive. They say you will make it through, but they don't know the destiny God has for you, and they don't know that you've got authority. Let him be your friend, and he will take you higher. Let him be the light that shines and make you brighter. I must confess, I can't deny there's blessedness on you.
Well, that's another beautiful one there from Bernice Blackie, who is our studio guest in the Max K Talk Show this afternoon. Bernice, let me just be somehow very, very honest here. Your father, the discovery that your father made those years ago, are telling you as far as your voice and telling you that look, you can sing. I mean, his discovery was just right on point, my dear. Thank you so much.
Bless God.
Let's get on connection now. You've been in the States for a little while now. You settled there. You're doing your music as well. You still got a link in Liberia. Perhaps I know you must be connected with gospel music organizations, or whether Liberian gospel music organizations or so, and that of back home as well. In terms of where we are as a country, you touched a little bit on it, which of course I will stay keeping to come on it. In terms of where we are as a country producing, gospel music, do you think where we are is okay where we are? And do you think in terms of unity amongst ourselves as well and helping each other to go up, are you seeing much of difference that you can say, well, in the next 5 years, I think even the little ones that come here, they'll get a good push because I'm seeing the bigger ones pushing them up? What is your observation like?
I would say yes. Things is way much different from the way it used to be. I remember when I was in Liberia, I was in Lagma, I know how it used to be and I know how it is. So I can tell you for real that things has changed. There is a lot more unity among the gospel musicians. They're collaborating, some of them helping each other to host concerts. It's all over the place, be it Liberia or America or Europe. The unity is 10 times better than before. Yes, it is. There's a huge unity, and there's a future for the younger ones. There is a huge future because, in fact, it's not only like this unity, but they also change the music. They upgrade it to another level. The way like gospel music used to sound, it's not like now. Now everybody's more of professional sound. They're more concerned about how the music sound, the way it sound. I'm not only Bernice Blackie, but we have people that Chat Slim. We got who else can I name? Barnabas. We have a lot of good artists that during those days and now, trust me, there's a great change. So yes, it's better. There's a good unity that is among us.
What's about it? What does it look like in across America where you are as well, for the benefit of those that are listening to you right now from Liberia? How is it there?
You mean where I live?
No, in America, gospel music artists, organization or either unity there. How is it, Liberians?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's pretty much better than before. Yeah, now they understand. Like I know there always gonna be some setbacks and some flaws and something like that, but overall there is unity. I see artists sharing each other's page. I see them having a group chat. I'm part of it. I'm seeing togetherness. They're trying their best, and so I have to say kudos to them. I'll just say we're trying our best. So yeah, to God be the glory. But yes, there is unity. It's better. Trust me, it's 10 times better than the way it used to be.
All right, let's talk a little bit about piracy, because this is causing a huge problem. Not in the country you are in. Your country is, where you are. Your music is protected and always protected anyway. But your colleagues in Liberia, they are going through it up to this point. You put your music together. Maybe you spend night in the studio trying to put it together, but then the next morning, before even you make up your mind, you hear it somewhere as a ringtone as well. What are your concerns, and what advice do you have for your colleagues, and of course maybe the authority as well, as to how our people can be protected, so that at least they can reap a little benefit of what they're putting in?
Be honest with you, that you can try to control it. You can control it in the Western world, but in Liberia, it's hard. It's very hard. I mean, you would try to control it, but because the thing is, it's not everybody who really have that kind of vast knowledge about how to protect your music. Like for me, I'll give you an instance. I didn't know that creating my own YouTube channel was very essential. I didn't know that I had to do it. And, I could upload my own song on my channel. I never had vast knowledge on that until I came to the US. I used to send my song to people, and people get views. I'm not going to give any names, but I guess I'm grateful to them. But I send my song to people, and they get views, and they even get paid, and I didn't know anything. What I'm trying to say is, there are still people who are out there, and they don't have the knowledge on how to protect their songs. They just want to be heard. I'll be honest with you. So in terms of, how do they call it? What's the name? Like having rights to your song?
Yeah, piracy. Instead of the piracy, yeah, you have to have your piracy right, yeah.
Yeah, it's not really, the way it's strong here, because right now, if somebody messes with my song, I can sue you. I got so many means of, protecting my song. Like the music video I just uploaded, I would have sent it to somebody else, but I'm like, no, I'm going to send it on my channel regardless of how many subscribers I have. Because I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm like, I will continue to fight this till people get to see my channel. Like, hey, she has her own channel, you understand? So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, there's a huge difference between, the artists that are here and the artists back home. Some of them know about it, but some of them don't know. So it's hard. It's easy to control it when you have knowledge about, how to do it. So, I mean, you would try. You can try to give, inform them about it, but trust me, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's a sad thing, but it's difficult, because as soon as the music get out there, somebody finished ripping that song and putting it on a cassette, it's gone. Especially in Liberia, I beg you, yeah. Before you put a song out, before you launch it, it's already in the market. So the price is not really tight in Liberia than here. So just all I would say that it's hard. It's something that people really need to pay attention to, especially back home. They're trying, like I said, most of them, they're trying, but some of them, especially those who just come up, they don't know nothing about it. So it's going to take a while for them to really adjust to the system that is in the Western world compared to that of back home.
All right. Once again, her name is Minister Bernice Blackie, singer, songwriter as well, hail from Liberia, gospel music interest, and based in the USA. She is our guest on the Max K Talk Show this afternoon. We're just about more than 45 minutes into the show. We're gonna go to take this one out. There's a new song out. The song came before the video, but the video, everything been put together now. We will showcase that, and then we'll talk more how you can actually get her songs. We wouldn't want just for you to just go anywhere else or so, but we'll talk. I will talk to you later. We'll talk a little bit about this, the importance of subscription as well on YouTube. But let me take her back again. All of us go back a little bit. 2014. This one, the title called is well, I Feel Your Pain. What is the story behind this, and who are you feeling pain for? Is it a whole Liberia, or a few people or so?
No, I was okay. So here's a little story that people don't know. Maybe people knew about it, but most people didn't know. I was When I was back home, I was very close to the guys in the ghetto. They were my boys. Even my last concert I had before coming to Liberia, they were there. Like I invited all of them. So being around these guys.
Wait a minute, my sister. Wait, small. You say the guys in the ghetto. You mean they our brothers and sisters that people now call Zokos?
Yeah, the Zokos. They were my friends.
Wow, really?
I used to, yes. But maybe people didn't know, but I'm going to just say that I used to be close to the Zogo so bad to the extent that when I go on Broad Street and I park my car, I would feel a walk. They would be like, nobody should try that on my nail, you know? They were so close to me because I love them. Even, yeah, they knew me so much because every time I see them, I would tip them and get them something. Like, oh my God, give me 20, I'm hungry. So I used to go. So because of the relationship we had, I said to myself, I need to do something for them. If you look at the music video, every scene in that video was shot in the ghetto. Cause I was like, God, what would Jesus do with people like this? He will show them love. And the only way I could do it is to do something that will motivate them. And so when I went to them, guess what? Even when I sang that song, I Feel Your Pain. Cause trust me, these people, some of them, they don't feel happy being in the ghetto. Mm-hmm. It's not something that they wish for. If you ask them, they want a life. But this is where life has placed them. So they need somebody to give them hope. And I'm like, I'm gonna be one of them. I always want to make a change. So I got to them and I think I paid like either $1,000 or $2,000 dollars back then. They didn't really charge me. Like, I'm not gonna lie on it, they didn't charge me. But I'm like, I just want them to know that they're loved. And God still love you. And I also sang, and if you listen to the lyrics, I also sang to those that had HIV, that came down with the AIDS virus. It was like a hope song, but it was more towards people who were hopeless, especially those in the slum. I love those guys. And the day I go back to Liberia, trust me, I'm going to visit them. I know it's going to be quite challenging, but yes, I will go there. I don't care. So that song was a hope song that I specifically did for those that was in the ghetto, those that had lost hope, those that were sick, those that feel like life, there's nothing for me here again. I'm like, no, there's something for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was just a motivation, like giving them hope to whatever they were facing. Because trust me, you'll be surprised that these people go through sometimes days without eating. And so who wouldn't steal? I know stealing is a bad thing, but whatever. I got so close to them, and that's just the kind of heart that I have. And that's how I got to know what they were actually going through. And so I'm like, no, I need to do something. And I remember that day, I think I gave money to somebody to cook food. Oh no, we ate. I remember that day we ate. Mm-hmm. In the slum, we ate together. So that's how much I love these guys, and even up to now, I do miss them.
Bernice, just before we go to the track, which is the last one before we do our final track, the latest to share with our people. I know you follow quite extensively what is happening back home, of course. When you are going to bed at night, wake up, or at that special prayer time, and offering prayers for your country, what do you pray for?
I pray that Liberia will not remain the way it is, even though I'm not more into politics. I pray that Liberia will cross boundaries, things that people never thought that would ever happen to my country. Because I tell you what, Brother Mike, I love my country. And no matter what it is, I'm proud to be a Liberian. And my prayer is that, because I get sick of hearing all kinds of negativity and the negative comments from my country. And I'm like, God, let Liberia rise again. God, take us to that place that people never thought that we could reach. You know, I'm like, God, bless Liberia and bless Liberia. Like, I pray that God will raise millionaires in my country, because I believe that if the citizens, they got money, they can help to build the country too. It's not only the president. The citizens, they also have, you know, they also have part to play in rebuilding the country. So my prayer is that God will bless everyone that will be able to rebuild Liberia.
All right, that's Bernice Blackie. Let's take this song, last one for the show, and then we go to the latest. This one, she was just talking about here. I Feel Your Pain. Beautiful song as well.
Not an everyday song. Open your heart and listen. Sing it, baby. Let go. Come on.
I feel your pain, I've seen your shame. I know the struggle and the hard that you're going through, but it's alright. It's okay. I know you'll be just fine. I know you'll be just fine.
A four-letter word, it may be less to you, but it matters to me, but it matters to him, and it matters to she, and those who have cribs living in the dark streets. Yeah, every day we hear them calling, but we don't hear them screaming. We all about our cars, cribs, and our screaming. Living in the dark world, but they screaming. Little beat try to get up, but they stuck in the game. Society calls him for minutes, he didn't ask for it. His scars were dealt, man, he didn't pick it. Now he's running the rat race, he can't stop it. Guess it is what it is, when you trying to knock him off. If you're trying to help him, but a man sure, but I love you. I ain't you, but I'm trying to walk in your shoe. You're not alone, fam. Yeah. Infectious.
Pain, I've seen your shame. I know the struggle and the hard that you're going through, but it's alright. It's okay. I know you'll be just fine. I know you'll be just fine.
Wow, another piece there. Bernice Blackie, I Feel Your Pain. You know, this song 2014 when it came out, 2015 in fact, I enjoy it more from 2015 and up. Playing it, and you have that reflection, you have that thought. Sometimes it even help you to even rethink how you relate to people as well, because if you listen to the song up to the end, and all the communities that you're naming inside in the song as well, it just gives you that kind of a courage to say, well, you know what, I need to do something, man. I need to do something for that guy. I need to do something for that young lady there, especially those communities you may mention of. I don't know, but this song was another great hit as well, especially for some of us that do listen to music, not only to the beat but to the lyrics, and get the words, the pronunciation and everything. It's a great one. Bernice, and before we come to your late well, for today, for the last track, the latest track or so, what in the music itself, when you sit there and you writing, you putting the words together, so first of all, how do you go about it? Is it, do you dream about it and you just wake up, boom? Like me, I'm a poet, so sometimes if I'm having a let's say a nap like that, it takes me into different words, and in that word I'm saying something and saying something, and sometimes by the time I wake up, I read the poem down or so. How do you go about writing these beautiful songs? Is it through dream, or what do you say?
Sometimes it comes to dream. Sometimes it comes to a melody. Sometimes it comes to how can I bless somebody through my music? What do I do? But first and foremost, I do pray for my songs. I pray that God will inspire me, because my life, my main goal in life is to be a blessing to millions. people around the world. So God, how do I reach out? I need a word from you. Every song that I've sung, I always ask God for a word. I'm like, God, I need to say something. And he would just drop it into me. It just happened. Sometimes either, maybe luckily for me, I'm beside an instrumentalist or organist rather, and they're playing, it just come like that. Sometimes I write songs in my sleep. And I remember one time I left singing till I woke up and the song was just in my mouth that whole day. So yes, how I get my inspiration, how I write my songs is first and foremost, I seek the face of God and I ask him to give me those songs to write. And it even relates, I won't connect it to this song that I just put out. I asked God for that song. Even though, yeah, it was from a fiction of my story, but I still asked him for it. So everything I've ever produced has always been God. It's always been God, either through my dream, either through somebody who just come up with a topic. But most of the time, it always been like true when I go to the studio, because I was always to the studio, especially when I was in Liberia. You know, it's pretty much easy to go. You can just get in a taxi and go to the recording studio and do a song. Compared to back home here, you have to fly before you do a recording. So it was easy. So every time I go to the studio, and then Marco will always create beats. So yeah, so based on whatever topic or whatever I want, however I want to go about with the song, Marco will produce the instrumental. So we just go in according to what I want to put out there. But first and foremost, it comes from God first.
Wow. Bernice, I will read some of the comments. I will read some of the comments just at the end. But let's do this last song, the latest one as well. What kind of God? You asked a question as well, and the lyrics have follow detail as well in this song. But tell us a little bit about this song. The video, honestly, to be honest with you, I can tell you watching the video is cute. Anyway, they just match with the songs as well. So we'll share a little bit of the video, and then we'll come back for Bernice to tell us more about how you can reach her. If you have your wedding, or you want to invite her for a concert, or so wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are, we'll come back just before she go. Definitely she will share with us. But Bernice, tell us about this song. Latest, what kind of God? What is it? Where the inspiration come from for this? What is the story?
I think I said it previously in my interview. It's from my story, and I'll keep saying my story because only a few people really understand where I came from. It's
really necessary. It's really necessary, because the good thing about the social media now is that, especially when you're doing an interview like this, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, somebody new coming on. And right now, somebody just joined us from Liberia, who just sent a statement of commendation, which I will read later. So it's good to just go over and let people get the connection as well and benefit. Bernice, are you there? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Hello?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Just tell a little bit now, then we can play this video, and then we'll come back to you.
What kind of guy you are came from a down when I was in my lowest point in life. Like I said, that's when I was being prosecuted. I mean, the mistakes, the things that I did about my life, about my daughter, having a child and not being married and all of that, and people punching me here and there. But in the midst of it all, God was still faithful to me. He still used me. Even when I was pregnant in the church, I almost didn't want to sing. I'm like, God, I don't think I'm ready to do this. And my pastor, kudos to Pastor Bishop Bodo, he motivated me like, Bernice, you need to sing. And I'll tell you why, without taking any glory. I used to sing when I was pregnant, and the presence of God will fill that room. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, what kind of God are you? I mean, I've done so many wrongs, and yet and still you still love me. When I think that it's over, when I think that you are not there for me, you just show up. What kind of God are you? I really want to know you. I really want to understand you. I vouch to be your child. I vouch to serve you for the rest of my life because you are God and you never change. What kind of God are you? You took me from 0 and brought me to 100. Where I am and where I was, trust me, is a big gap. And I also want to use this time to say shout out to the people who are behind the scene. D. Curtis, I love you so much, brother. D. Curtis, I think you should know he's one of Liberia's best comedian. He's so good. He's a brother, and I want to say thanks to you. You have my back, and I love you. And I want to shout out to my designers, it's Precious. These people, they're like my team. They're behind the scene, and they're still for me. They were there for me. Shout out to Infectious Maka, Josh Springs, and even Josh, those people who put their hand with me. I want to say thanks to all of you guys. I love y'all so much. But believe me, Brother Mike, it was tough. It was so tough. And the thing is, people they don't know what they just expect you that when you're serving God, they expect you to be strong. And I don't know, sometimes, like, even if you're strong, there is something, everybody has their own weaknesses. And at a point in time, I forgot. I mean, I slacked. Yes, I did. But God was still faithful, and he put me back. And he even said, like I always say, he said, I knew you were going to fall before even it happened. But my mercy endured forever. So all of those things came with a question: what kind of God you are?
Wow.
You took away my sorrow and gave me a better tomorrow. What kind of God you are, that you are so amazing that even when I don't even know how to describe it, I'm just becoming a little bit emotional right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what kind of guy you are came from my lowest point, because it was tough. I just thought that it was over for me. Even this music video coming out, you don't even want to know the story, but God still picked me up, and that tells you something, that there is a place that He's taking me. Remember I said earlier, He's taking me somewhere, and He will not just. He will not just allow me to just fall and just leave me there. No, because He's taking me to a place. Yeah. But I'm also aware that before I get there, I have to go through the ups and downs. I have to fall and get up. But that's just the beauty of God. What kind of God you are.
Wonderful.
So so that song just came from there, in my lowest point, when I was so down and I lost hope, and I almost stopped singing. I'm like, I don't think I can even sing again. I don't think I'll even be able to face the cry. I was beating myself so much, and God was like, come on, you made a mistake. Yes, I know, but I love you, and you have an assignment. You have to complete that. So while I was sitting worrying about how to reach out to people, God was already preparing a way to bring me back, and even bring me back hundredfold than the way I used to be. Trust me.
Wow.
Yeah, the things, the process that He took me through, it was for a reason, because my mind has changed, and my relationship with Him is 10 times better. He opened up my eyes to so many things, more than even the way I used to be. Now it's much better. At my job, I'm worshiping God. I'm like, I don't care. So He's with me. He's been with me all through.
Wow. Okay.
You are.
Wow. That's Mr. Bernice Blackie. We're going to listen to the new track now and see just a little bit of it I'm going to share with you. But then we'll come back and we can wrap up, and your sister, your daughter, your mother will be able to share with you how you can actually get to her as well. But let me see now if I can connect. Okay, if I can connect this video for this purpose. Sorry. All right, what kind of girl you are? Indeed, what kind of girl you are? You are our studio guest, our own sister, our own mother, our own daughter as well, Miss Bernice Blackie, or Minister Bernice Blackie. She has been our guest here on the Max K Talk Show, and we're just coming to the end right now of the show. But before we go, we're gonna go back to her. Bernice, let me appreciate you once again for, I think this is the second time I'm on the show here, but the first time maybe a long time now, almost 3 years ago or so. But it's always a pleasure to have you on as well, and for us to connect with you. How do people reach you, especially whether music wise? How do people get to reach to you as quickly as possible? Also, you care to share that with us?
Yeah, I do have a Facebook page, Bernice Blackie, that people can reach me. I have a YouTube channel, and I want to say out to everyone, you can subscribe. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can just type in Bernice Blackie and you're gonna find me. And then you can also reach me through Brother D Curtis. He's on Facebook. He's the incoming PR for me. So if you can reach it out, I'm gonna give his number to you. I don't know if he's online, so he can text me his number, and I'm gonna give the number to you. But if not, I'll give it to you later.
Yeah, I think Darlington D Curtis. I think he's the one. He's on live with us as well.
Yeah, yeah. You can reach out to him, and you can also reach out to Infectious Marker. My music, you can find it's all platform right now. You can find it on iTunes. It's on Spotify. You can also, like I said, but that particular video that I just put out is on YouTube. So I'm encouraging everyone, and also please follow me on my fan page, because next year, by the grace of God, we're gonna be busy. We're gonna be so busy next year by the grace of God.
Amen.
So please share the video, like, comment, say whatever you want to say. I love criticism, so that will even help build me up. So once again, I want to say thanks to you for the interview, and I want to say shout out to all of the DJs and the promoters who've been helping to promote me. I mean, from day one, you guys have my back. I want to say I'm grateful to my fans. I love you guys. Keep me in your prayers. Watch out for Level to Level video. But if you want to get anything from me, you just go to my YouTube channel. You're going to find out stuff. By next year, we're going to get the YouTube channel based. So it's Bernice Blackie. Just go YouTube Bernice Blackie. You'll find me right there.
And for those of you that are watching live, Darlington D. Curtis just posted his number, but that's a USA number. So if you call in, you have to add +1 there. You can add +1 there if you want to get in touch with her or Darlington through that number +1. And where you're calling from, let's say you are calling from the States. For those of you that are abroad watching now, that's the number. Okay, let's talk a little bit about perhaps anyway. You said Darlington should take care of that in terms of maybe somebody listening right now across Europe here, or somebody listening watching you all the way in Canada also, and they want to really get in touch with you. They want to reach you. They want to perhaps invite you for a wedding or so. So the connection is Darlington Curtis, right?
Yeah, Darlington Curtis or Infectious Marker. Either of them, you can reach out to them. And then I'm also open for booking. Like anybody want to book me, like I said, just reach out. Let me just call the number out. The number, I don't know if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's it's +1 804 714 7850. But if you can, people can also reach out to you, and you can just connect to me, and then I would send them to D. Curtis if they want to book me for anything.
All right, let me see what I can take. I can take few comments just before we let go of you. Okay, Darlington number for those of you watching, there is also a WhatsApp number as well, so that's easy to reach Darlington as well. Let me just take a few comments here. In fact, most of all of your comments here. Before I go, let me take this one from. Let me start from here. Vida Mati, right? Say a beautiful song. I love her voice. Thank you. God bless you. Darlington Curtis, a great message. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. Vida is back. She say you're doing great, Mama. Okay. Thank you for that. Vida is back. Every time I hear her voice, I get chill. The Holy Spirit lives in her. Bernice, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. And let's go down a little bit. Okay, Lusu Fatu Yaman say, whoa, long time, Bernice. Thank you, Max, for this interview. I really like your songs. Thank you. That's all the way there from Liberia. And Darlington is also amplifying the announcement here. She always open for bookings for concerts. So if you're having that concert, if you're having a wedding, and you want it doesn't matter wherever you are, you want our sister or mother to go and perform for you. Maybe in fact maybe if you book in advance, they might even she may even make a song that you can keep for forever and ever for your wedding or anniversary or so. Anyway, Bernice, we come now to the end for today, and we want to appreciate you as well for giving us your time. But anything final you want to share with all of us, your people that are following you now, just before you leave us? What's your final words for us today?
Like I was saying earlier, I want to say thanks to you for giving me this opportunity to have an interview on your platform. And I want to say thanks to everyone again for not giving up on Bernice Blackie. Bernice Blackie is back by the grace of God. Next year, like I said, we're going to be busy. I'm looking at having a few tours in a few states, and I'm going to be producing a lot of music videos, and we're going to be active. So anything you want to find out about me, either reach out to D. Curtis, Infectious Marker, or you can just reach out to my YouTube channel and you'll get more about me. And like I said, I'm also open to booking anywhere, anytime. Just reach out. But please continue to share the video, comment, subscribe, share it. Anywhere, please. I really appreciate it a lot. It's high time we support our own. Please, I bring people. I beg you all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much, Brother Max.
If I may just add on to what you just said about the YouTube, you know, many of us we go on YouTube to play songs also. One of the most important way you can support an artist or somebody is by you subscribing. When you go, for example, this song we just played now, when you go on YouTube and type in Bernice Blackie, her page will come up and all her songs will come up. When you are there for the first time, Facebook will, you know, throw that icon to you, highlight it, subscribe. It's free. You're not paying nothing. You're not owing anybody anything. You just click on that subscribe. The good thing about it is, whenever you know she happened to release a song and put it on YouTube, you will be the first person that YouTube with signal, will send a signal to, will notify you, say, oh, Bernice just put a song up. So if you want now, quickly you go to YouTube and you listen to it. And also, it's another way of empowering one another, singing, especially when you subscribe, you are also empowering her, you know, in a way that, look, I appreciate your songs and I really want you to continue singing. So please, whenever you go and you're there for the first time, that only one time you need to subscribe from her songs, and from there you are just there now for with her for good. Yeah, so that would be another way of supporting her hugely. Anyway, we want to say thank you, and we looking forward to having you another time. Hopefully we can have an exclusive interview with you, wherein we perhaps some of the questions we didn't ask today, we can ask them and you can be brave to tell us. So thank you very much for today, Bernice, and may God continue to bless you as you continue to bless us with songs as well.
Thank you, Brother Max.
Yes, indeed. That's how we come to the end of this edition of the Max K Talk Show. We're here to showcase. We're here to also promote our own. If we don't promote our own, why should we promote others? It was a great pleasure once again having Mr. Bernice Blackie here, speaking to us, sharing with us her own personal stories and her music career as well. On this note, we want to say thank you so much. Thank you very much for your support. I encourage you to please go on YouTube. Those of you that are always on YouTube, please go subscribe. When you go there, don't just go and listen to the song. Subscribe. Just click that button. You'll see it there red. You know, you see it in red. Facebook will highlight it. YouTube will highlight it for you. So you just click that button, subscribe. You're not filling no form, nothing. The moment you subscribe, that's it. It added number of. That's another way to support as well, especially for those of you in the West. If you go back home, you can buy the videos. And I forget that. Yeah, you know, again, if you want to really support, you don't have to go on YouTube as well to just listen to it. Call Darlington up and say, Darlington, you know why? I like this track. Can you post it to me? I want to buy it. Buy it, own a copy, and support her work. When you go to Liberia, you hear it there, and it's genuine. Don't go in like, you know why I always refusing to buy from the guy that sell in the street. By the time they see you, they come. You know, when you're driving, they come to your car door. The CDs have no label, nothing, and they come. So, but for me, I always embarrassing them. I say I want it with a person picture on it. I want the original. They will say, oh, people, I won't get original. I say, okay, but I'm not buying it. So when you go home and you want to help our musician then, the way the piracy issue is so difficult in Liberia to control, your place, buy the CD, the original CD, either from themselves when they are launching it, or you go in the store and buy it. That's the way you will support them. That's the way we can support them. Don't buy it from this guy who drop the music. Sometimes they put 40, 50 music in some kind of CD. You just grab it in traffic and you put it in your car. No, you are not supporting them, or rather you are encouraging piracy. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless the continent of Africa, and may God bless Mama Liberia. Bye bye for now.